In the beginning of the episode, we see where Long Hao Chen was going to his house, in the snowy area with his mother. Then suddenly, Long Hao Chen's mother says to him that look, in front, this is my house, which will be yours from now on. Long Hao Chen was a little surprised to see that house because this house was like his childhood home. Even, he gets lost in his childhood memories where Long Hao Chen's mother used to call him Chen Chen with love. And she says to Chen Chen that, why are you standing outside, let's come inside. Long Hao Chen heard his mother's words, and went inside where after coming inside, Long Hao Chen sets fire and he asks his mother that it is very cold here in Yulong Pass. How do you live here? Are you okay? To which Long Hao Chen's mother replies that, don't worry about me. Everyone here is very good, and they take good care of me. Long Hao Chen was also feeling very good after hearing this from his mother, but at the same time, he had a lot of questions in his mind. He was looking at the surrounding area with a lot of surprise, where Long Hao Chen's mother asks a question, and says, I think you are surprised to see that nothing has changed in this house. Everything is like our old house. After hearing this from his mother, Long Hao Chen moved forward and started looking at a picture, present there, which was of his mother and his father. He was remembering his childhood days, because Long Hao Chen was missing his father, so he replies to his mother that it's been a long time since I came to this house. Even I am missing my father. After hearing this, Long Hao Chen's mother takes a picture from Long Hao Chen and says that I have heard that you have a girlfriend, Chen Chen. Is this true? Come sit with me and tell everything to your mother. Long Hao Chen felt a little weird, but still, he went and sat with his mother, where his mother asked a question that tell me, what is the name of your girlfriend? Long Hao Chen was lost in thought, but his mother brought him to his senses, where Long Hao Chen replies that her name is Care. She's the same girl who gave me that ring in my childhood. After hearing this from Long Hao Chen, his mother remembered where the first time when Long Hao Chen came home with that ring. Then Long Hao Chen's mother saw that ring in which it was written that never forget me. When Long Hao Chen's mother saw that ring, then she understood that this ring belongs to a girl where poor Long Hao Chen was feeling very shy. But on the other side, Long Hao Chen's mother tells Long Hao Chen that no matter what happens, he will take good care of this ring and this girl. After remembering all this, Long Hao Chen's mother tells Long Hao Chen that it means that you fulfilled your promise. Well, I am feeling proud of you, but don't forget that I haven't met your girlfriend yet. So bring your girlfriend to meet your mother as soon as possible. After hearing this, Long Hao Chen replies with a smile that, Mom, you will definitely like Care. After hearing this from Long Hao Chen, his mother replies that, well done, my son. I know that you have done so many great deeds. Mom always listens to the stories of your deeds. After talking like this, we are shown the scene of midnight, where Long Hao Chen had come out to meet his grandfather on the other side. Long Hao Chen's grandfather also understood that why does Long Hao Chen want to meet him, so he gives it to Long Hao Chen and says that, surely you want to ask me about your father. After hearing this, Long Hao Chen replies that yes, you are absolutely right. Since the time I have come to Yulong Pass, I have seen that everyone is avoiding to talk about my father. Anyways, it has been a long time. I haven't met my father. My father had promised me that, till I don't become a level 7 warrior, I can't come to meet him. But still, at least you all can talk to me about my father. After hearing this, Long Hao Chen's grandfather replies that, forgive me. Actually, your father is missing from last 1 year. After hearing this, Long Hao Chen is surprised, and after asking this question that how can my father be missing, and where did he go upon hearing this, Long Hao Chen's grandfather replies that he had sent your mother to Yulong Pass, after which I came to know that he had gone to fight with the crazy demon god Ananda. Upon hearing this, Long Hao Chen replies that Ananda is the demon god of 7 demonic pillars, but why did father went to fight with him? Upon hearing this, Long Hao Chen's grandfather replies that when your father was in Odin Town, he met demon god Ananda, where they had a fight, and during this fight, they had an agreement that they will fight each other before any big battle till no one dies. According to this agreement, there was a continuous battle between your father and him, in which no winner was decided. That's why your father came to me with your mother last year, where I saw him for the last time, and he told me that he is going to meet demon god Ananda this time. He will end this battle forever. But now a year has passed, and we couldn't get any news of your father. Upon hearing this, Long Hao Chen got a little worried. He was afraid that something might have happened to your father. Upon seeing this, his grandfather reassures him that, don't worry, your father is a divine knight. He won't die so soon. Come with me. I will show you something. She says that she sent Long Hao Chen somewhere with her, while from the window behind Long Hao Chen's mother was also listening to all this, who was also missing her husband. After this, the scene shifted to Long Hao Chen and his grandfather, where Long Hao Chen's grandfather brought Long Hao Chen to a hall so that he could give some proof to Long Hao Chen that his father is still alive. When Long Hao Chen entered this hall, he saw a throne of seal all around. Upon seeing this, he was surprised and said that this is a throne of seals, where he first saw his father's seal divine throne, which is called Doom, and Throne of Slaughter. On the second number is Master Yang's seal divine throne, which is known as Mercy and Protection seal divine throne. In the end, it's Master Tian Yang's seal divine throne, which is called Throne of Seal Law and Order. When Long Hao Chen was surprised to see all this, then Master Tian Yang also came forward and said to Long Hao Chen that since you have recognized the projection of these throne of seals, so I want to tell you that it is known as Seal Divine Throne Hall, where all the people who have achieved the Seal Divine Throne, they are all related to the projection form. Once a person contracts with the Seal Divine Throne, then his projection will come here until he dies. As soon as that knight is killed, his contract will end. And from here, the projection of this throne of seal will also disappear until another knight contracts with that throne of seal again. That projection will not come back. After listening to Master Tianyang, and after listening to him, Long Haochen finally understood that the projection of his father, which is still present here, means that his father will be alive, on which Master Tianyang replied to Long Haochen, saying that yes, you understood it right, and don't worry, I am going to the demon clan tomorrow as soon as possible. Long Haochen, I will find your father, and come back so you don't have to worry while saying all this. Long Haochen's grandfather remembered one thing. He takes out a shining light from him, and tells Long Haochen that this was given to him by Master Yang and friends. We all remember that, when Master Tianyang met Long Xingyu for the last time, then Long Xingyu gave this shining light to Master Tianyang, and told him to give it to his son. This is the last thing that I can give to my son. On the other hand, in the present, Master Tianyang was telling his grandson that actually, this is the energy of your father's Seal Divine Throne. If in the future you are in trouble during a fight, then you will be able to use the power of your father's doom and Throne of Slaughter Seal Divine Throne. Upon hearing this, Long Haochen was also saying that his father has given this to him with a lot of precious things. While thinking all this, Long Haochen was about to go ahead and catch that light. Then suddenly he went straight and got into Long Haochen's body, due to which a lot of dangerous energy starts getting unleashed from Long Haochen's body. Seeing this, Master Tianyang was also not understanding anything. Long Haochen was also surprised to see that suddenly, the Seal Divine Throne of Eternity and Creation appeared in front of him, which is the most powerful Seal Divine Throne. Till now, upon seeing this, Master Tianyang was also completely surprised, because the energy of Eternity and Creation Seal Divine Throne was coming out, and was entering Long Haochen's body. On the other hand, we see that Long Haochen's soul was teleported to a strange space, where Long Haochen had come before. While looking at the place around him, Long Haochen recognized that the last time when he used the Seal Divine Throne of Master Yang, that time he came here. While remembering all this, Long Haochen started running towards the Seal Divine Throne of Eternity and Creation, but suddenly his speed slows down. Then suddenly, Long Haochen heard someone's voice, who was saying to Long Haochen that your long journey is still left at the right time. We meet again. And while saying this, we see that Long Haochen came back to his senses in the present. As soon as Long Haochen came back to his senses, his Seal Divine Throne also disappeared. On the other hand, Master Tianyang said that Master Yang was absolutely right. You can really summon the Seal Divine Throne of Eternity and Creation. Upon hearing this, Long Haochen replied that yes, this is true, but whenever I try to go to that Seal Divine Throne, it rejects me. Master Tianyang replied with a smile that it is not that easy to get the Seal Divine Throne for now. You are very weak. First you have to achieve at least level 9. After that, the Seal Divine Throne will give you some tests. After passing the tests, you will be able to become the real owner of the Seal Divine Throne. And as you know that the situation of the war is going on, if we get another Divine Knight, then the chances of winning the war will also increase. That's why you have to reach level 9 as soon as possible. On the other hand, Long Haochen asked Master Tianyang that what is the situation at the border? Did the demons try to attack us again? Upon hearing this, Master Tianyang replied that, no, the demons are not entering our territory, but yes, all the demon hunting groups that are present in the demon clans are being hunted very badly. Upon hearing this, Long Haochen replied that surely the demons are secretly gathering their army, and they don't want us to know about them. Upon which Master Tianyang replied that yes, you are right. Surely this could be the reason anyway. Now we have destroyed their demonic pillar. That's why they are scared. But the thing that is scary for us is that if the Demon Emperor, Star Demon God and Moon Demon God together started a war against the humans, then that time is not too far that the humans will be destroyed from the entire earth. That's why we have to be prepared. Upon hearing this, Long Haochen told his grandfather that, you don't worry, I promise that I will work harder than before so that I can help the Six Temple Alliance. Upon hearing this, Master Tianyang felt good. Along with that, he was telling Long Haochen that, it's quite late, you should rest anyway. Tomorrow you will have to go to the Phantom Cave, where you will train for a whole year before today. Long Haochen never heard about the Phantom Cave, but he was ready for it the next day. We see Long Haochen saying goodbye to his mom that he and Hanyu are going to the Phantom Cave for training, because that place is the best place to train for a knight. The aura there is quite dense. Along with that, there are many secret skills and powerful techniques after going there. I will be able to break through my level. After saying all this, Long Haochen left with Hanyu. On the other hand, Long Haochen's mom was quite sad after knowing all this, because no mother can see her daughter going to war like this. On the other hand, we see that Long Haochen takes Hanyu to the Phantom Cave, where Master Paladin was already waiting for Hanyu and Long Haochen with his soldiers. Master Paladin sees them and says that finally, you three have come here. After hearing this, they are surprised and ask which three. Then suddenly, on the other hand, Brother Wang Zhao comes in front of Long Haochen in a very cool way, where Long Haochen is surprised to see Wang Zhao and says, what are you doing here? After this, we see that these three were going deep into the Phantom Cave, where on the way, Long Haochen talks to Wang Zhao and says, Master Yang sent you here, so that you can also train with us for a year, and make yourself break through from level 6 to level 7. On which Yang Zhao replies that, yes, you guys understood correctly, how are you all? Because it's been a long time, we haven't met. After hearing this, Long Haochen was surprised. On the other hand, Han Yu is also surprised, and replies, Wang Zhao, what happened to you? Why are you suddenly so worried about us? First of all, you have never shown so much concern about us. After hearing this, Wang Zhao had no answer, while on the other hand, Long Haochen replies, don't worry, we are fine. But even now, Yang Zhao was not getting peace here. Long Haochen understood what Yang Zhao wanted to know. That's why he smiled and replied, don't worry, the cherry is also absolutely fine. After hearing this, Yang Zhao's face was bloomed, and he asked Long Haochen, is it true? By the way, tell me, does the cherry keep talking about me? Upon hearing this, Han Yu jokes about Yang Zhao and replies that yes, she keeps abusing you. According to him, you are a very bad person. Upon hearing this, Yang Zhao's face was bloomed. On the other hand, Long Haochen laughs and replies, Han Yu, don't bother her. After this, they finally reached a place where the energy was 10 times denser than outside. Upon seeing this, Han Yu tells Long Haochen that if we stay here, we will be able to break our level as soon as possible. But on the other hand, Long Haochen looks around and replies that I don't see any secret technique anywhere. That's why suddenly a statue in front of them started shining brightly, whose aura was very dangerous, and that statue introduces itself and says that my name is Zhao Hua. I am the first master of the Night Temple. If you guys want secret techniques, then for that, you guys have to pass my trials. Upon hearing this, Long Haochen introduces himself and says that my name is Long Haochen, first master. I have come from the Night Temple. I want you to start your trials, because I am ready to give these trials. Upon hearing this, the first master teleports these three and sends them to a trial space, which is known as the Infinite Trial. During this trial, Heroic Knight also summons in front of the people, about which the first master was saying that until you guys don't defeat this Heroic Knight, this trial will not end. Once you guys defeat the Heroic Knight, after that, you guys will get the secret skill. On the other hand, Long Haochen and his friends see that on the body of this Heroic Knight, there is a Doom and Slaughter armor, which belonged to Long Haochen's father. These three only knew that fighting this warrior will be very difficult, but it is fun to do difficult work. That's why we see that these three were ready to fight, where Long Haochen first takes his double swords and attacks the Heroic Knight with speed. But the Heroic Knight easily blocked Long Haochen's sword and pushed him back, taking advantage of this situation. Yang Zhao also tried to put a slash attack on the Heroic Knight, which did not affect the Heroic Knight. On the contrary, he attacks Yang Zhao with a slash attack to protect him. Han Yu immediately came in front of him, but here the Heroic Knight used a lot of spiritual swords and attacked Han Yu so much that he was not able to block all these attacks with his shield. After this, a great fight starts between these three, where we see that these three were trying to fight the Heroic Knight. But on the other hand, the Heroic Knight was fighting them as if these three were just small children in front of him. There was no question of winning, but suddenly, we see that Han Yu surrounded the Heroic Knight using his gravitational pull technique. Taking advantage of this moment, Long Haochen also attacks the Heroic Knight with his slash attack. But even after this, we see that these people did not succeed in their goal, because he did not even get a scratch, but he easily comes up and prepares his 10,000 star attack, using which he surrounded all three of them. Yang Zhao is surprised and says, what kind of trial is this? Friends, do you really think that we will be able to defeat this Heroic Knight? On the other hand, Long Haochen replies that with this armor, I don't think it will be easy to defeat this knight, but we will not give up. On the other hand, Yang Zhao says that the previous attack of this Heroic Knight was very powerful. If we learn this 10,000 star attack, then we can kill many demons. Here these three were talking to each other. Then suddenly we see that the Heroic Knight surrounded them, where he uses his infinite silence technique. This technique was like a cage made of energy, in which these three were not able to move from their place. Along with that, the Heroic Knight using a slash technique hits these three and pushes them back. Han Yu, looking at this previous technique, says in his mind that this was like my gravitational pull technique, but it was much more powerful than that. Then suddenly we see that there were many clones of Heroic Knight. Long Haochen understood what was going on here. He tells his friends that we will have to train with this Heroic Knight for a year, where this Heroic Knight will use many secret skills, and if we learn this skill during this 1 year, then we will also become very powerful. After hearing this, Long Haochen and his friends became very motivated. After that, the scene shifted to the other side of Cherry, who was telling her grandmother that, I am ready to give the trial of the Soul Saint. But her grandmother was very worried, because this trial would be very dangerous. She was telling Cherry that you should think again, to which Cherry replies that I have thought well. I have only 1 year. During this 1 year, I will have to make myself powerful, because this time, I don't want to become a burden on my team. Saying all this, Cherry leaves her grandmother and goes to give the trial of the Soul Saint. On the other side, we are shown Sammy, whose temple leader was telling him that I have called these 9 young men from the warrior temple, who who will be very powerful for all the warriors. If you want to be powerful, then you will have to defeat them first after that. Only I will start your training." After hearing this, Sammy happily got ready to fight those warriors. After that, the scene shifted to the other side of Miss Wan, where the warrior temple's leader was telling Miss Wan that the battlefield is a very dangerous place. You cannot go there alone. That's why we have called a knight from the K-Knight Temple, so that he can help you. And we get to know that the knight was none other than but Brother Deng Feng, who comes to Miss Wan and says, "Miss Wan, it's been a long time since I met you." After that, in the second last, we are shown the grandfather of Lin Xuan, who was the leader of the magical temple. Also, that cowardly man was flirting with his maid. That's why Lin Xuan comes there, who gets serious and tells his grandfather to teach him attack magic. After hearing this, he got a whine in his throat because he doesn't believe that Lin Xuan will ever talk like this. Lin Xuan tells his grandfather that no matter what happens this time, I will never run, because I have to be powerful in just 1 year. After hearing this, Lin Xuan's grandfather also comes to Lin Xuan and says that, "Are you really sure about this?" After Lin Xuan's yes, his grandfather was also feeling good. After that, the scene shifts here and comes to Care, where we see that Care was going to do cultivation in the secret realm of her assassin temple. But that place is very dangerous. That's why Care's father was telling her to be careful. On the other hand, his grandfather also says that Care, take care you don't get killed, because your grandfather has taught you a lot of techniques. I want to teach you a lot. On the other hand, Care's mother was very worried about her daughter. She gets emotional and comes to her daughter and says that, "Care, you don't have to go to the secret realm, because that place is very dangerous," to which Care replies that all the other members of my team are trying their best after their hard work. If I get weak, then it won't be good. I also want to be strong with them. And anyway, I want to meet Long Hao Chen as soon as possible. I can't stay behind them. Care's family also understood, where Care says goodbye to them and jumps into the secret realm. On the other hand, she was remembering Long Hao Chen, where on the other hand Long Hao Chen was fighting with his friends. And with this scene, our episode ends here.